It's another brew day here in Watford. Nice sunny day for brewing, which is good. Going to be brewing my first lager, a Dortmunder Export from the Bible book. So that's the recipe there. 5.1%. This is to make 23 litres. I'm making only 14 as it's a slight experiment. I didn't want to make too much. So let's just go through the schedule of what will be happening. Malt is 3 kilograms of Pilsner malt and 150 grams of Munich malt. That is in the mash for an hour at 65 degrees Celsius. Then onto the boil. It's a 75-minute boil, hour and 15 minutes. So Tettnang goes in at the beginning, 24 grams of that at the start. Then the last 10 minutes is 16 grams of Hallertauer Herzbrucker and another 16 grams of Tettnang and the Protoflock tablet. And then at switch off, it's 8 grams of Hallertauer Herzbrucker. Probably pronounced those hops entirely incorrectly, but never mind. So yes, that's the Brewday planned. Converted a fridge for a fermentation fridge. Very quick, simple, easy, temporary job. So that's just chucking a heat pad in and plugging in an Inkbird to the fridge. So we'll show you that. Also, let's have a think. Yes, it's going to be fermenting that at 13 degrees Celsius in the fridge and then cold storing it at 3 degrees Celsius once it's bottled. So yeah, exciting times. Going to have a cup of tea now and then on to brew day. Right, so we're up to temperature, so time to add the first of the grist. 150 grams of Munich malt. Very nice. Let's give that a stir. I've got 12 litres of strike water. So that's probably, to make a 14 litre batch, it's probably best. Add about another 4 or 5 litres of sparging and the Pilsner malt. Very good. It's time for a stir in as well. So I have given it a good stirring. So stirred from the bottom, middle and the top. Just got the recirculation going just to see what the colour's like. So I'm about to start the 60-minute timer. I'll add the sparge plate on and leave that for say an hour. So we've reached the end of our hour mash. Time to start sparging. Got about 5 litres of sparge water. That should bring it up to about let's have a look, about 17 litres altogether. So I should lose some of that in boiling, hopefully. So pump packed in, so I had to take that apart and wash it, and that's working again, which is good. Bit annoying that happened, but never mind. So first amount of sparge water, 2 litres. So that's 72 degrees Celsius. Right, I shall continue the sparge process. So we are up to the boil now, so it's time to add my 24 grams of Tettnang hops into my brand new hop spider. Lovely job. So I've just added 16 grams of Hallertauer Hersbrucker and 16 grams of Tettnang plus the Protoflock tablet. That's for the last 10 minutes of the boil. Right, so I switched off the brewer. So it's time to add the final hop addition, which is 8 grams of Hallertauer Hersbrucker. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but anyway, in it goes. Going to be interesting trying to cool this with the hop spider in it. The wort chiller. I'll have to figure out what to do with that. Very conveniently, the hop spider fits in the middle of the wort chiller. So cooling at the moment. There's the in pipe somewhere, and the out pipe filling up that bucket, because why not? And there is the wort. So wait till it cools down and it'll go in the fridge. I shall now go and show you the fridge. So you can see here, I've got the ink bird plugged in. Got aiming for 13 degrees Celsius. We're currently at 13.4. So if we follow the wires, we find the temporary fermentation fridge. Hooray! With a Rebellion beer sticker on it. So inside we've got the heating pad, as you can see there, and the temperature probe up there. So the beer will be in there for about 2 weeks at 13 degrees Celsius. So the wort has been cooled and I'm now transferring it into the fermentation vessel. Oops. So just got a sieve there just to filter out any loose grains which the bazooka didn't take care of. All of that equipment has been sterilised, so no risk of infection. So yeah, just keep pouring that in, aerating the wort, and see what happens. So we've transferred the wort into the fermentation vessel. Now it's time to add the yeast. I'm using Mangrove Jack's Bohemian Lager M84. Bottom fermenting lager yeast. Can't really read that. But anyway, in we pop it. Lovely job. Fantastic. So, I'm going to chuck the lid on and then pop it in the fridge. I've taken a sample there, just so I can get the hydrometer reading. So that is Brewday over with. Quite tiring as it always is. Any problems? The pump did pack up briefly, so I had to unscrew it, wash it out with clean water, and reassemble it. Then it started working again. But other than the pump stopping, it was fairly smooth. Oh, the other problem I did have. So I got all the beer into the fermentation vessel, popped the fermentation vessel into the fridge, and the fridge door didn't close. So it's now being wedged shut with a tyre. So not the best solution in the world, but at least it's closed. And yeah, it's just cooling down to 13 degrees Celsius. When I checked it just now, it was at 16. So yeah, just cooling down to be at the right temperature. So we'll just quickly go over what I did today. So 14 litres, I did roughly get about 14 litres. So 3 kilograms of Pilsner malt, 150 grams of Munich malt. That was in the mash tun for an hour at 65 degrees Celsius. Sparged it with about 5 litres of water. So the strike water was 12 litres, I brought it up to about 17. Boiled it for 75 minutes with 24 grams of Tettnang at the start. Then in the last 10 minutes added 16 grams of Hallertauer Hersbrucker and Tettnang, 16 grams of each, and a Protoflock tablet. Then at switch off 8 grams of Hallertauer Hersbrucker again, and then cooled it down to put it in the fermentation vessel, pitched in the yeast like that, and yes, it's now in the fridge fermenting at 13 degrees Celsius. So let's have a look what it said I should have hit. Dortmunder Export. What's the recommended OG? Original gravity 1.054. If I remember rightly from my hydrometer reading, I got 1.056, so just above what the book says, which is good. I think I got 14 litres, don't quite recall, but anyway, here's a photo of the hydrometer for you. So, as you can see, a good result there. And that's about it really. We'll resume having a look at it in 2 weeks' time when it's fermented. I'll get bottling and then it will go into the fridge again for its final conditioning at 3 degrees Celsius according to the book. So, yeah, exciting times. Thank you very much for watching and see you all again soon.